Hello, everyone. And in this training, we are going to talk about email marketing in a nutshell, how to use email marketing to generate leads and sales. So, my name is Monique, and I'm the co founder of Geronimo Digital Solutions and Success with Digital. I'm super passionate about digital marketing and I love to share my knowledge. All right, so what to expect from this training? You'll understand the role of email marketing and how it plays a role in growing your business. And we're also going to talk about the 5 phases of email marketing and understanding the goal and sequence of each phase. So, email is a really big topic, and because it's a large topic, I just want to keep in mind that we are really going to be touching on just the surface of email marketing because this is a nutshell presentation. With that said, let's jump right into the role of email marketing. So, email plays a really big part in marketing. It can be used for almost everything, including branding, referrals, retention, engagement, acquisition, reactivation, direct sales, and even driving traffic to your site. So, these are all things email marketing should be used for. And the goal of email is to assist and expedite in moving a customer from one stage of the value journey to the next. So think about that for a second. A lot of people ask, where should I start with email? And that's a common question. So you need to ask yourself, where are the most concentrated of your customers getting stuck in the customer value journey? Are there a lot of people subscribing but not converting to customers? Then that's where you need to focus your efforts at the convert stage. Or maybe you're getting low dollar buyers but you're not getting them to the ascend stage to buy your core offer. Then you need to focus there. And so this is a depiction of the value journey, and this is the game board your customers are moving through as they turn from someone that doesn't know who you are to your biggest brand advocate. And so email is just one of the tools that can assist you in moving people through this value journey. And so the question that you need to ask yourself is, what type of emails are needed to move a customer through each stage of the value journey? And so really there are 3 types of emails. The first is transactional, relational, and promotional. And you're probably already sending most of these. The first is a transactional email, and a lot of companies send transactional emails, but most people just keep them as that, transactional. They don't do anything to it. And that could be a big mistake. We'll cover that in a bit. The next type of email is relational. And again, we'll cover that in a little bit. And the third is promotional. So most companies, when they do email marketing, they focus on number 1 and number 3, and then kind of skip over everything in between. And so what we're going to talk about today is how to be able to do a balance between all 3, because it can be really difficult to get someone excited about your company if you're not adding value and all you're ever doing is asking for them to do things. And so we're going to cover how you can use relational emails to help move people through the value journey. All right, so email marketing fact. The average revenue per transactional email is 2 to 5 times higher than the standard bulk email. Think about that for a second. So, what are some types of transactional emails? Well, if receipts are 5 times have a 5 times higher open rate than regular emails, and most people are doing nothing with that, we need to start thinking about ways to maximize these transactional emails. And so there's order confirmations and shipping notices, there's purchase receipts, there's account creations, return confirmations, support tickets, password reminders, and unsubscribe confirmations. And so order confirmations and shipping notices are great times when customers are super excited about your brand. Those are the type of emails that they will almost always open. People or open their receipts because they want to make sure that they're being billed the amount that they're supposed to. People are also going to open up their shipping emails because that's when they're most excited. They want to know that their things are going to be shipped and when they're going to get it. So these are great times when your customers are super excited about your brand. What can you be saying in these emails to help turn them into brand ambassadors? Even return confirmations. Most people wouldn't think that that's a great time to be able to send an email, but if you're following through on a return and then offer them a coupon code, they may not be excited about the product they're returning, but they will be about your company. It's a great time to re-engage them when they just asked for money back. And support tickets are the same in this instance. With email marketing, you don't have to do a lot to see big movement. And so the next email marketing fact is companies using email to nurture leads generate 50% more sales ready leads than at a 33% lower cost. And that fact comes from HubSpot. So, what are some types of relational emails that can be sent? Well, there's a new welcome subscriber, gated content delivery, when you publish a newsletter or blog article, a webinar confirmation, you could be sending out a survey or a review, or maybe a social update. You could have a contest announcement, or even a referral request. These are all different types of relational that aren't asking for a sale, that aren't transactional anyway. They're just emails that can help build that relationship between you and your subscriber. And we're going to talk more about like the new welcome subscriber email in a little bit when we talk about when we touch on indoctrination. And so the next email marketing fact I want to talk about is that 66% of consumers have made a purchase online as a direct result of an email marketing message. And that comes from Direct Marketing Association. And so what are some types of promotional emails? Well, there's promotional content, there's new gated content, there's a sale announcement. You could be releasing a new product and sending an email out for that, a webinar announcement, an event announcement, a trial offer, or even an upgrade offer. These are all great promotional type emails. And so the question that you need to ask yourself is, when should you send each type of email and who should you send them to? And so there are only two types of emails that should ever be broadcast to your entire database: promotions and content. Everything else should be triggered by a specific action or behavior. I'm going to read that again. There are only two types of emails that should be broadcast to your entire database: promotions and content. Everything else should be triggered by a specific action or behavior. And so, warning, just because you can trigger a message doesn't mean you should. And so, examples of emails that are triggered that work would be a subscriber welcome. It could be a lead magnet delivery, a registration confirmation if they've registered for an event or a webinar, a purchase receipt, segmented promo, referral request if someone abandons their cart and doesn't follow through with the checkout, and then also re-engagement. And so those are all types of emails that are okay to be triggered. Not all emails should be, but this is a great list of ones that can be. And so let's look at the method, the principles of a well-executed email marketing strategy. There are 5 phases of email marketing. First, there's indoctrination. This is teaching someone about your company. And then there's re-engagement, ascension, segmentation, and then re-engagement. So let's take a look at what these 5 different types of campaigns are all about. All right, so indoctrination campaigns. Indoctrination campaigns are a triggered campaign sent immediately following subscription that is designed to engender a brand to the new subscriber. With engagement campaigns, they are an interest-based triggered campaign sent immediately following an action designed to make a relevant offer and sale to your new subscriber. So when it comes to ascension campaigns, they are an interest-based triggered campaign sent immediately following an action designed to make a relevant offer and sale to your subscriber. So it's exactly the same as a as an engagement campaign, but with the intention that it's going to ascend them to your actual core product. So where an engagement campaign can be based off just a tripwire low dollar low barrier to entry offer, an ascension campaign is really about moving them through that value journey to your main core product. Then there's segmentation campaigns, and these are manual campaigns that are sent to your entire database as a promotion that is designed to segment your subscribers by interest. And so this is really about learning who your subscribers are, what they're interested in, and then being able to segment them so that you can make them highly targeted offers later on. Now, with re-engagement campaigns, these are a triggered campaign sent to any subscriber who has not opened or clicked an email in the last 30 to 60 days. So this is really designed to re-engage the subscriber with the brand when they've kind of fallen off the map. Now, there's 8 different stages of the value journey, and we're going to talk about how each different type of email campaign works with the different stages of the value journey. And so the 8 stages of the journey are becoming aware, engaging, subscribing, converting, getting excited, ascending, becoming an advocate, and then promoting. And so let's first look at the role of the indoctrination campaign. So the whole role of the indoctrination campaign is to welcome new subscribers, tell them what they can expect and what they need to do to get the biggest benefit from you and your brand. When people sign up for your email list, this is not the typical scenario. They haven't signed up for your email and instantly they're just waiting, hoping, praying that you're going to send them an email. And so what you're wanting to do is kind of teach them to open up your emails, teach them why they should pay attention to your brand. Someone has subscribed to your email list, but they don't yet recognize your name in their inbox or look forward to hearing from you, at least not yet. And so what you want to do is change that with an indoctrination campaign. And so when storyboarding an indoctrination campaign, what you're going to want to include is to welcome and introduce new subscribers to your brand. You'll want to restate the benefits of becoming a subscriber, tell them what to expect by being a subscriber, tell them what to do next, like whitelist you, add you as a contact, encourage whitelisting, and really just put your best foot forward in terms of campaigns. And usually with this campaign, you'll want the length to be 1 to 3 emails long. Now, the role of the engagement campaign is to turn subscribers into buyers by prescribing the next logical step on what you know they're currently interested in. And so now that your subscriber knows who you are and they know what they're interested in right now, you can then storyboard your engagement campaign. So here's what goes into an engagement campaign. You can turn subscribers into converts. What is a conversion? It's when you can make a sale, whether it's low dollar offer or whether it is even a conversion in terms of time. So in the engagement campaign, what you're going to want to do is reference the previous positive action they took. So whether that's subscribe, and you'll also want to overcome or inoculate against known objections. If you know that there's things that they have to overcome or reasons why they would say no, then you're going to want to use the engagement campaign to really kind of have them be able to walk through those objections and be able to minimize. And then 4, prescribe the next logical steps. And then 5, ask for the order, ask for that sale. Now, the role of the Ascension campaign is to expedite and accelerate the value journey and turn new buyers into multi-buyers by prescribing the next logical step or nurturing and exciting them until it's appropriate to take that next step. And so when storyboarding your Ascension campaign, you're going to want to reference the previous positive action, so the last positive action that they took, whether that's a sale and purchasing something from you previously. Again, you're going to want to overcome or inoculate against those known objections. You'll want to prescribe the next logical step. Again, remember, this is very similar to the engagement. But then what you're going to do here is turn ordinary buyers into multi-buyers. And so at the ascend stage, you're offering them really your core offer and then every other offer that comes after that. And so you'll also want to increase the trust and authority they feel in your brand in order to be able to ascend them through that stage. And really, this is moving them from being a customer to a raving fan. All right, so it's time to ask yourself 2 important questions. So the first question would be, what is the next step I want them to take? And the question number 2 is, do I have any reason to believe they are ready to take that next step? Warning, it does hurt to ask. So the role of the segmentation campaign to pique the interest of subscribers who got stuck in their journey and get them to segment themselves based on what they're interested in right now. So let's look at storyboarding your segmentation campaign. So methods of segmentation would be 1, use content. This can be blog posts, videos, gated content, any type of really content that you have. 2, you could also use special offers. So this could be sales and coupons. Or you can also segment by using events, webinars, meetups, etc. So what happens if you put someone through all of these emails and all of a sudden they drop off and they don't open your emails? Well, that's when the re-engagement comes in, and that's the role of the re-engagement campaign. It's to call out inactive subscribers and get them to start engaging with your emails again, and to get them re-excited about you and your brand. And so when storyboarding a re-engagement campaign, some things to think about would be to call out inactive subscribers. Let them know that they're no longer active as a subscriber with you. You would then want to encourage them to re-engage with your emails. And then from there, remind them of the benefits of being a subscriber. Tell them what they've missed while they've been gone. And then also, this helps to lower complaints as well. And it will also help increase deliverability, because if more people are opening up your emails, then that's telling the ISPs that you are valid and that you are emailing people that want to receive your emails. All right, but what if the re-engagement campaign doesn't work? What do you do then? Well, to be honest, you stop emailing them. And I know that's hard for some people to do, because it might seem like, oh, well, you want to have the numbers, you want to have this big list, but it's not doing you any good if they're never opening your emails. It's really hurting your deliverability in the end. So at this point, if you've done re-engagement, then it's best to just remove them from your list. Okay, let's look at some of the metrics when it comes to email marketing and how it's measured. So for email performance metrics, some things you'd want to look at is list growth. How much is your list growing by? Your email delivery rate. How well are your emails being delivered? Your email open rate of all the people that you've sent your emails to. What percentage of them are opening your emails? The email click-through rate. How many people are clicking on the links in your emails? The email unsubscribe and complaint rates as well. These are all great things to track when doing email marketing, and just to be able to see how you're stacking up. And really, that is email marketing in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I'd love you to drop them in the Facebook group, comment on this video, or even see us at the next SWD live in-person event. We'll see you there. Thanks. Bye.